Yo, what it do? What it do? I don't know if this shit's working, man. I'm so frustrated with this shit. Every day it's a battle to go live. Removed from the uploader. Where is the next one? All right, man. So what's good? What's good? If anybody's in the building, the Raiders had some interesting things going on in camp today, right? The defense shined. There was rumors that the offensive unit kind of got the best of Monday. We don't know. No media was allowed in the buildings on Monday. So I don't know where the talk was coming from. Pete Carroll kind of suggested it in his live presser today. So the defense, Patrick Graham comes back. We had some interesting people shining, making big plays. Shout out if you can hear me. I don't know if anybody's in the building. This shit is not registering on my YouTube. I'm going to reset it. But yeah, and we also had some very, very interesting things happen on the quarterback side. We'll get into that. But we have some battles going on, right? We have a lot of guys on this roster that nobody knows about, like Keyshawn Smith, like Kyle Phillips, like Katron Jackson Jr., like Parker Clement, Carter Runyon, tight end. There's a lot of guys, right? Um, Lackey Tassi, we brought in, we thought was going to be on the defensive side of the ball. He's getting reps on the offensive side of the ball. We've also seen, um, we've also seen some cats make big plays. Brock Bowers had a pretty interesting diving catch. They ruled no catch. Pete Carroll seems to say it was overturned. A lot of joking around, a lot of fun in the locker room, or not in the locker room, but out on the field. You can see the energy in the coach. You can see the energy in the coaching staff. You can see the energy in the players out there. Everybody's hustling. Everybody's giving it their all. Some things that cannot happen and continue to happen. And I've heard people already making excuses, and I'm not going to do it. So we will get into it here in a little bit. But shout out Jonah. I can't see the chat. It is not working on any of my screens. So if y'all ain't chatting, I don't know. But my crazy ass don't mind talking to myself. I'm just saying. You try this one more time and see if it's live. All right. We good. We good. Unleashing Addiction. Appreciate you. Jonah, what's good? Appreciate you pulling up. So I guess it's just us tonight. No. But yeah. Um, some cats that impressed me that I seen do, on the offensive line drills, guys that looked very physical out there. Number 64, Garrett Hufford. I know absolutely nothing about him except for the fact that the kid looked pretty damn good out there. Footwork looked good. He's moving bodies, whether he was holding the bag, whether he was hitting the bag. Another big body out there that, we don't know nothing about. The only time I seen somebody get put on their back was my Razorback Dalton Wagner. And no, he wasn't the one getting put on his back. He was actually leveling dude. Raider Ryan was good. Appreciate you pulling up. Yeah, so Dalton Wagner got him a little pancake. I've been saying and saying and saying, this man is a road grader. He was the whole time in his career at Arkansas. When it comes to pass blocking, he's just a little slow in the footwork. But when it comes to the run game, driving home from work, appreciate you pulling up and listening, man. So when it comes to the run game, Dalton Wagner is a dog. He's got that mentality. He wants to push guys, 5-10 yards downfield. He'll push guys all the way to the sideline. That's his strength. That's always been his strength. If he's healthy, he could be a huge asset for this team. However, there's just so many athletic, agile guys that, they're not 6'8", but they're still 6'3", 6'4", 320 pounds. And these guys just move freakishly. Um, what the hell number was it? I don't know who number 70 was. Number 70, Parker Clement. Parker Clement also looked pretty good out there. I was pretty impressed by, not a lot of drills. I was gonna pull some up, but obviously I'm having trouble with my internet. So if it's good now, let me know. I had to change some settings. I hope it works. But yeah, man. So let's get into the big talk of the day, right? The offense, according to Pete Carroll. If you missed the presser, go check it out. A lot of interesting things. Again, I was gonna pull some shit up. However, it's not gonna happen tonight. But Pete Carroll said a lot of interesting things, right? He talked about Geno Smith being elite, an elite quarterback. Now this, I mean, I hope to God, I pray, I'm praying, I hope he becomes elite. But right now, Geno, an elite quarterback, I'm not sure, man. We'll get into that. But Pete Carroll, you know, has some interesting things to say about practice, has some interesting views on some things. But I like the motivation. I like the character out there. I like the way guys look like they're having fun. They look like they want to be there. Max Crosby said in his presser, how he wants to be there. He wants to be in the building at 5 a.m. every day. It's definitely, we had that last year. Guys wanted to be in the building, but it seems like there's a little bit, more willingness and more want to come in the building to give 110% when you have a coach that's 74 years old and he's out there, running drills and backpedaling and lifting guys up off the ground, throwing footballs. I mean, how can you not try to compete with that energy? So, Chris for Raider podcast, what's good? What's good? Appreciate you pulling up. So yeah, I've seen a lot of interesting things. Aiden O'Connell. Aiden O'Connell looked pretty crisp. He looked pretty good on the backpedaling. He looked pretty good at rolling out. I seen a little bit of wobble in some of his passes, which I didn't see last year. I don't know what that, it's the first day. Geno Smith, he was snapping the ball. He looked crisp. His hip movement looked good. The footwork looked good. They ran a lot of drills. I think I'll pull some of those up. I have some loaded up, I do believe. No blocking the Charger fan. We trying, man. We trying. So yeah, let me know if y'all seen any of the footage. If you didn't, go check out Vegas Sports Today. They always drop bomb footage all year long of camp, of practice. If you want footage, all you can get. They're pretty much putting it out every day. So if you missed it, go check it out. Who else was I looking at? Lonnie Johnson. Lonnie Johnson. So there was a couple of players that had interceptions today on the defense. Not just a couple times too. A couple times too. 4 interceptions to be exact. This is not good, man. This is not good for that number above above me. I know it's the first day. I've heard content creators, you know, already making excuses, not keeping the same energy that we did with guys last year, right? I've heard the talk. It's a new system for Geno. Okay. It's a new system all the time for a lot of the power almost went out. It's a new system for a lot of quarterbacks. Aiden O'Connell, I do believe, had 4 different new systems. I think I just lost internet. My life. um Every Raider is at Jeff podcast. Shout out to Jeff. Interesting on OTAs, no picks. Y'all didn't have no picks? Damn, that's nice. I just lost internet, I swear. Alright, it reloaded. Fuck. Hopefully it pulls me back up. Damn. Geno Smith, man. Let's just get right to the point. 3 interceptions. 3 interceptions. Now, shout out to the guys that made the interceptions, right? Chris Smith, the third guy out of Georgia. We've been waiting to, step up, take that next step, have some flashes out there. We haven't seen a lot or heard a lot from him. Been, very seldomly, but I broke down some stats. If he's out there, he seems to be pretty damn good. So hopefully this kid, can make this roster. We have questions on who our safeties are going to be. We have questions on who our corners are going to be. Some people say Lonnie Johnson is going to play like a strong safety type nickel role. Some people say he's going to play corner. I don't know where he was playing today. But my man Lonnie Johnson, I've been saying, watch out for this man. He's on a mission. He talked a big game. He's got to back that shit up. He got a pick today. I do believe it was on Aiden O'Connell. So, AOC, 1 interception. Not good. The defense was shining today. But Geno Smith, our starter, cannot have 3 interceptions with no pads. I don't want to hear that bullshit. It's a new system. It's the first day. It was a new system for everybody in the building. It was a new day for every quarterback out there. Also, before I forget, shout out to Carter Bradley, bro. Go watch some of this film. I'm going to pull it up here in a minute. Watch some of this film. Carter Bradley is looking very nicey. Very nicey. The footwork looks better. The ball's coming out fast. The accuracy looked like it picked it up a little better. I don't know. Don't sleep on Carter Bradley. Cam Miller didn't look bad at all. Aiden O'Connell, footwork looked little bit better. His speed looked a little bit better. Like I said, I've seen a couple of wobbly passes. Kind of worries me a little bit. But Geno's picked by Chris Smith. Tommy freaking Eichenberg. Right? Tommy Eichenberg. The one everybody says can't coverage. Gonna be last on the depth chart, 4th or 5th, right? A lot of people don't think he's gonna make this team. Gets a pick on Geno. Yes, it's only OTAs. Yes, it's only the first day. Shout out to Tommy Eichenberg. I didn't get to see it. Obviously, I don't think anybody's seen it. If you have, send me the footage. But I don't think they're gonna show that shit, right? I'm sure the media has been, had their talks, had their warnings on what to show, what not to show. I don't think 3 interceptions on the first day is what you want to show. But the interception, the third one, was another guy I keep talking very, very highly of that I think is going to be huge for this Las Vegas Raiders backfield. Jeremy Chin. Got him one of those gimmies, right? But he also got beat by one of these rookie receivers. So, back and forth. It's nice to see Geno have a touchdown, long ball to Thornton. Get that connection early, right off the rip. I like to see that. He had 2 touchdown throws. I do believe that's the talks. Like I said, I don't know. I wasn't there. Haven't seen footage. But 3 interceptions, 2 touchdowns. To me, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. So, better decision making. But the point I want to make on this, before I get distracted trying to read the chat, I don't know what's going on in there, but I might want to take control of it a little earlier this time, so I'm not far behind, bro. Jeremy Chin and Lonnie Johnson. Trying to tell everyone. Raider Paul was good. Appreciate you dropping in the building. But Geno, man, this is what I want to bring up. I've talked about the turnovers with Geno. I know it's OTAs. I know it's early. I know our defense is fire. I know our defense is going to be fire. And I want to see that from the defense. I want to see that from Patrick Graham. You know, the defense kind of got worked a little bit Monday. Like I said, nobody was there. No media was there. So there's no footage of that. We're just going off of what Pete Carroll says. You know, the offense kind of got the best of Monday. But Patrick Graham, PG, comes right back, has the defense hot, changes a few things, and they end up with 4 picks on the day. So I love to see that. It's definitely motivation. It's definitely encouraging, but it's not encouraging for our quarterback. It's not encouraging at all for our QB. It scares the shit out of me. So is our defense that good? Is our quarterback play that bad? Can it get better? I know it's the first day, like I said, second day, whatever. There's going to be some rust. It's a new offense. I get it. But my biggest question is, my major question, is Geno we know about the arm, we know about the athleticism. But does he have it upstairs? I don't know Geno Smith, right? I don't know how intelligent he is. I watched a bunch of tape on him. I've seen a couple Seattle games, you know, full games. I've seen him make good decisions. I've seen him make bad decisions. But the offense to me didn't look like, you know, a whole lot of changing plays at the line. Didn't look like they gave him a whole lot of, you know, leadway out there. Kind of like I was talking about, you know, a guy like Derek Carr and John Gruden's system, where you got 4 plays. You know, if the linebacker's doing this, you're changing a play. If the safety's doing something different, you're changing a play. You have to remember all these plays. That's a Chip Kelly's type system. I know Chip Kelly runs a pretty elaborate offense, right? It takes a while to get. It's not quite a Dick Daniels type style shit, but it's a hard offense to grasp. There's a lot of movement. I said it before with Will Howard. If you watch Will Howard go in there with Gruden and the quarterbacks that Gruden went over, I think it was 5 total. You know, Will Howard picked that shit up faster than anybody. The kid is very intelligent when it comes to football. Very, very intelligent. And he was the fastest one, you know, I seen pick that shit up. And I believe that's a big reason why they won the championship. Yes, they had 2,000-yard receivers. Yes, they had 2,000-yard running backs. But it seemed to me like they had a lot, you know, on Will Howard. If you go back and watch the Gruden shit, like he said, they had certain plays. They gave him a lot of looks where he can check out of shit, check plays. So is it gonna be a lot? Geno's biggest, his strongest suits aren't really under pressure. It's not, to be honest, from what I've seen. Now, from what I've seen on film, under pressure situations, even big games against, 500 are better teams. That is my only question. Now, can they work around this? Can they build the system around him and not make it, crazy like Pete Carroll said he was going to do? Take the pressure off your quarterback, right? Run the shit out of the ball. Have plays that suit Geno Smith and Geno Smith's strengths. Because if we can't do that, and the interceptions start coming, keep coming. We've seen this before, man. We've seen this shit with Gardner Minshew last year. We've seen this shit with Jimmy Garoppolo 2 years ago. It was the same shit. There was a battle between Aiden, not really a battle with Jimmy G. But Aiden ended up taking the job because he was more accurate, because he was more decisive with the ball. I'm just saying, we've seen the same thing with Gardner Minshew, right? Everybody said, oh, we got to go with Gardner Minshew. He can make plays with his legs. He can do the shit that Aiden can't. He didn't, but he didn't, right? What he did do was throw a lot of interceptions in camp right off the rip. Right off the rip. And everybody was saying, oh, it's Luke Getsy's offense. It's Luke Getsy's offense. Was it really Luke Getsy's offense? Was it just Gardner Minshew? We'll never know. I'm hoping history does not repeat itself, man. We cannot afford, as a franchise, for this not to work for at least a year or two. Like, it has to work. It has to work. You cannot pay this guy $60 million guaranteed to have the year he had last year. 15 interceptions to 21 touchdowns with a bunch of fumbles. We cannot afford to have that as a fan base. They cannot afford to have that as players, offense or defense. So, no, it's not time to panic. I'm just saying, I'm not really happy, bro. Like, that shit. Come on, 3 in one day. Now, if he comes back and starts killing it, then it's a different story. But holy shit, man, this is not where we needed to be right off the rip. Like, come on. Not what you wanted to hear in the media, right? Again, I hope it's Patrick Graham's defense. I hope it's these guys like, you know, Chris Smith going into his, like I said, I believe it's his 3rd year. I don't have the Raiders roster up in front of me. So, some players, it takes, you know, that 3rd year. Sometimes it takes, you know, 3 or 4 years for these guys that aren't drafted in the 1st round to really grasp the concept of the NFL, the speed of the NFL, the intricacy of the playbook, right? Patrick Graham's playbook is not that easy either on defense. We've heard people talk about it, right? There's a lot of shit that happens. There's a lot of shit that goes on in a Patrick Graham defense. Cover 3, they're constantly, you know, disguising blitzes. They don't blitz a lot. Sometimes they do blitz a lot. You just never know with Patrick Graham. They don't really blitz a lot of corners. Do we see a lot more corners blitz this year because of the speed we have in the backfield? You know, there's a lot of questions, but the main question is, I really hope it's just this defense is that good, bro. You don't want to be the talk around town. What? Why would I want to be the talk around town? Yeah, man. Geno had 3. Furpo in the building. Raiders. My guy Lawrence, he in the building, in the place to be. I got no sound effects. I'm just hey, my guys, I'm 31 and from AZ. Yes, sir. Don't block the kid. Keep it real. Yeah, keep it real, man. No blocking. All right, where was I in this shit? 99 Raiders. What? First the Grizzly Chargers. What is a Grizzly Charger? You know, in OTAs, the defense will be ahead of the offense. I completely understand that. I know it was last year. I know it's always like that. More so with the Raiders, right? Most of these guys have been in Patrick Graham's system. Some of them for 4 years. A lot of them for 2. You know, some for 3 years. So I get that, Chris. That's, you know, a damn good point. And I'm not panicking. I'm just saying, if this continues, bro, it's definitely time to panic. Now, if it's an ongoing thing, or if it continues to be a thing for any of our quarterbacks, right? you have to get that gut feeling where you're like, holy shit, we can't go through this again, man. We had everybody bumping up the quarterback we brought in Gardner Minshew. 99% of social media content creators were all pushing for Gardner to start. Gardner's got to be the guy. You know, I believe it screwed Aiden out of a year of development. It turned out to be a horrible year. It did not work out. All I'm saying is my record might be a little too high. But yeah, I appreciate Chris. The defense is always going to be a hit. Like I said, a lot of these guys have been in the system for a minute. So like it wasn't rookies, right? It was second year Tommy Eichenberg. It was third year. It was third year Chris Smith, our second. He was the year before Tommy Eichenberg, right? So it's his third year. Chris, third year. And then Jeremy Chin, which you love to see, right? We got to have that from Jeremy Chin. When Epps was back there, I believe he had 0 interceptions. The one year he played 98% of the snaps, 0 INTs. When Paul Mal was back there, playing strong. What do you have? One? Did he have an interception last year? Somebody let me know in the chat. I don't know. I think I forgot. Dust off the trophy case piano. That bitch. You can't dust that fucker off. You're gonna have to come in there with a pressure washer and pressure wash that bitch. That thing has dust since like 1960s, just collecting in there and collecting in there and collecting in there, because it's got to be a curse or a bad omen to open it if you buy a trophy case and you never have nothing to put in it. So yeah, I don't know if they can dust that trophy case off. If you don't know football, what? Laughing my ass off. You don't know football, do you? No, I don't. I don't know football at all. I'm very horrible at it. You seem to underestimate your schedule. I seem to underestimate everything my whole life, bro. What you talking about? Like, my whole life's been, everything's been underestimated. Maybe I should work on that. I'm not underestimating the schedule. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. We have the worst when it comes to rest, right? We have the worst schedule when it comes to rest in between games. A lot of people say they screwed us that way, right? It could bite us in the ass. It could be shitty for us. Jackson Dart could end up starting for the Giants. Their defense wasn't too bad. That could be a team that could end up being dangerous. We don't play them till the end. The Patriots, we play early. The Titans, we play early. Some of these teams could be good. Some of these teams could be great. We don't know. Some of these teams that were great, like the Lions, could fall off. Some of these teams, like the Queefs, could definitely fall off. I've been talking about it, and I'm not the only one. For the last 2 days, I've seen a couple people talk about there's a very good possibility that the Chiefs start to take that drop. Now, if you look at their quarterback play, their running play, their defense, how they got worked in the Super Bowl, all those things are shit you got to take into accountability. I hate to be the person that I told you so. We don't have our future quarterback on the team right now. Looks at Geno's contract. He won't be here. He won't be here long. We tried to get Stafford first and settled for Geno. Our future quarterback is still in college. Shout out to my guy Lawrence. That is 100% facts. We know Geno's, not here for the long haul. He's just here for the haul, right? So how long is that haul? That is the biggest question. Is it 2 years? Is it this year? Is it half a year? We don't know. But let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this. If this continues to be a problem, right? Continues to be a problem. If he has, 2, 3 every other practice, or has 20 in the off season like Gardner Minshew did, and we started him, do we think about just moving on from him from the grip? Like, I mean, do you really hope? I mean, if it's really going like it is, or if it continues like this, is it a problem reading defenses? Or is our defense just that good? Like I said, I hope our defense is just that good. I hope these guys are just taking that next step. They've been in the system, 2 years, 3 years now. Some of the guys, 4 years. That means a lot. That means a lot in the NFL. When you already know, what your coach is trying to do, you don't got to talk to him. He could just look at him and know the play he's going to call. I think we had that in Spillane. We let that go. But we still have a lot of guys, that have that camaraderie, that have that closeness to Patrick Graham. They know what he's trying to do. What he wants out of his defense. And a lot of time it's bend don't break defense, right? That's gonna hurt us. That can hurt us. It hurt us, a lot last year, that bend don't break shit. I think we need to be more aggressive. I think we need to blitz more. We need to trust our front. We need to trust our guys in the back. And if they keep playing like this, right, it's not hard to start trusting some of these guys. So I love the interceptions. I love the fact that Tommy Eichenberg, finally gets a little bit of praise, finally gets a little light shined on him. I'm glad that, Georgia kid, Chris Smith, finally, I think he had a couple flashes last year. I think the year before he was hurt a little bit. So he had flashes last year. I like the fact that the light gets shined on these guys. Lonnie Johnson. I've been talking, a lot of shit. I think Lonnie Johnson could have one of his best years of his career in a Pete Carroll type system. It just fits what Pete wants to do. Hopefully it fits what PG wants to do. You love to hear these guys, right? But what you don't want to hear is the interceptions coming from your starting quarterback. Now, if it was Carter Bradley, if it was Cam Miller, or even Aiden O'Connell, right? It's not as big of a, we wouldn't be talking about it. It wouldn't be a big thing. But the fact that it is Geno scares the shit out of me. I have more faith in Geno than Booger Boy. Geno O-line was worse than ours. At times it was. Their run game was better than ours. Their first down percentage was better than ours. Their fourth down percentage was better than ours. That's gotta held up to the offensive line some bit, right? A little bit. They also were beat up on the offensive line. They had a lot of starters out towards the middle and the end of the season. We had a revolving door at the beginning of the season. I understand that. But if we're going to keep that same, Geno had this. Geno didn't have a running game. Geno had, Tyler Lockett at the, come down of his career. DK Metcalf, whatever. The offensive line wasn't great. The defense, didn't help him out. Either did they with Gardner Minshew or Aiden O'Connell last year. So, or the year before with Aiden or Jimmy Garoppolo, right? Our offensive line wasn't great then. We had, you know, a superstar receiver in Devontae Adams to bail the receivers out, to bail the quarterbacks out. So I get it. I get it. The offensive line was worse. I believe we have better weapons. I think I know for a fact we're gonna have a better run game if our O line can just open enough holes here and there. This kid is gonna work, and the rest of this running backs are gonna work too, man. How many like? All right, let's watch some of this film. I'm gonna talk all night, but let me get caught up. Appreciate everybody rocking with me in the building. Welcome to the Raiders Unleashed show. Hit that like button. I'd appreciate it. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Y'all tripping on boy Geno Vick. He about to regulate. Week 15 gonna be a good old fashioned shootout. Who we playing week 15? The Eagles? I don't know about a shootout. I mean, they play killer defense. I don't know how much we're gonna score on that, on the Eagles defense against that front. And they don't throw the ball a lot, right? Their quarterback runs the ball, they hand off to Saquon Barkley. I don't know about a shootout. I don't know. It's gonna be a damn good game. Maybe a shootout on defense, you know, maybe a grind out. What do you mean? No, sorry, Eagles fan. What? Eagles will at least y'all beat the Queefs. What? Oh, yeah. I thought I was lost on that shit. I don't know what Piano Man says. If you go into the kitchen, please make me something to eat. I'm starving. Laughing my ass off. 3 fans is too strong for Bolts fans. That's a record, bro. They have 3. Damn, y'all killing it. All right, sweet. So let's pull this shit up. I don't know if y'all can hear it. I don't think you really need to hear it. Let's get into a little bit of tape. Roll the tape. If it's really laggy, man, let me know. Like quickly so I can stop it. So here we go. Aiden O'Connell jump back. Aiden O'Connell ball looked a little wobbly. Looked a little wobbly to me. That one looked a little wobbly too. Geno's looked a little better. But then they mix it up. They switch sides. I don't know if it's Aiden O'Connell's side. You know, a side he likes better. Well, they changed it back up again. So let's look at the footwork. 1, 2, 3, out. Balls out. Same time. Geno, Aiden O'Connell. What happened to my debit card? What? What? Oh, they're switching up sides again. So here we go. Oh, they're gonna do me like that? That's some bullshit. I probably should have just recorded it. Oh, that was horrible. Wow. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Aiden gets the ball out a little faster. Geno's throw was a little high right there, right? A little high. Can't believe that commercial popped up. But look at Carter Bradley here. Look at Carter Bradley. 1, 2, 3. Ball out. Little low. You want that a little higher, you know, around your chest and face area so you can catch it with your hands and not your body like he had to. But let's check out this drill right here. This is what I really, really like. I've never seen this. And let me know in the chat if you've ever seen this drill before. Not this one coming up. Oh yeah, this right here. So they got all 4 quarterbacks. Okay, well, in a minute. They just going 2-on-2 right now. But nice balls, nice balls. Good footwork from Geno. 1, 2, 3, ball out. Nice spin on the ball. Nice rotation. Didn't look like it was lag, but again, they're short passes. That one, looked a little wide to me. Again, I'm not critiquing. I'm just saying it's the first day. Now we come back. Aiden O'Connell, dart right at his head, where you want the ball, so you can get yards after the catch. That was a nice throw on the outside. Cam Miller. Oh, they're not going to show the Cam Miller throw. Damn it. Shout out to Vegas Sports, letting us use this material. I don't know if it's lagging up there, but it's lagging on my shit again. Damn it. I think this is the rollout drill. Now pay attention to the footwork on this. Damn it, I need to move that. I think it's gonna fuck everything up. Well, sorry, I can't move the chat. It's in the middle. If I do, it's gonna stop everything. I should have did that shit in the middle, but this is a look. 1, 2, 3. Look at him roll out. Aiden's got the ball out. That's a second or a second and a half faster, bro. Again, roll out. Ball's out. Aiden O'Connell's ball's out. Ball's out. A little bit faster. Looks like he got a little quicker step. He's getting back to that roll up. Look, boom. Rolling out. Ball out again. Look how Geno is sitting there waiting, bro. You can't do that. We can't do that in the NFL. You got to get that ball out quick. These are rollouts. If you standing back there looking, you're giving your defender a chance to catch up to your receiver if he's beat. You're giving guys a chance, to blitz on you. That was a little bit better. That ball was out of bounds. Again, Aiden gets the ball out again. Looks like a little tighter step to me. Looks like a little quicker step. Woo! See, that guy had to jump for that a little bit. Was good pass. That's where you want it, right? Look at Aiden stepping up in the pocket right there, right? Geno looked a little flat-footed. This is just my opinion, bro. Geno looked a little flat-footed. Come back. He stopped. He's not throwing off his front foot. Aiden's finishing completely. Front foot, pushing off his back foot, finishing on his front foot. His footwork looks a lot better to me. Like I said, some of the passes looked a little wobbly, and I ain't seen that much in the oh shit, that's not what I want to do. I haven't seen that much in the past. Let's speed this up. I don't want to watch all this shit. So this drill right here, this shit is nice, right? I like this. You got 4 guys running out, and then all 4 guys throwing bombs, dude. Look, both quarterbacks on the money. We know Geno is better, at the deep ball. He has that deep ball accuracy. That is one of his, key strengths, is having that accuracy with the deep ball. Short, seems to me like you use a little more touch sometimes, but when you're strong, you got them guns, you're going to put some oomph on it. This is a good pass right here. I don't know why Michael Mayer left his feet right there, but if he didn't, it looked like he put the ball where you could get yak yards. So these quarterbacks are looking pretty good. They look pretty good. Another pass on the run. This is Aiden's throw. Nice catch, Jack Beck, right? Is that 18, Jack Beck? Nice floater by Aiden on the money. Carter Bradley up next. And Cam Miller. And then the other 2 are going to be in the back throwing. So I love this drill, bro. I love this drill. Look at the deep ball by Geno. Oh, the guy stopped, stuttered a little bit. Who's 83? Anybody know? Hold up. Wait. Who is 83? I do not have a 83 on here. Anybody know who 83 is? Anybody? 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 I do not know. I apologize. I'll figure it out. I'll know tomorrow. Um, maybe shorter. Is that shorter? Let me know. But these drills are nice, man. I like the drills where all these guys are throwing. You got 5 different receivers. You know, it makes these guys focus. You got guys running all different directions, and you're focused on just one man. These are damn good drills. This is something, again, like I'm gonna keep saying, that I've never seen. I really, really like the concept of not just having one quarterback stand and get reps, right? All 4 of these cats are getting reps. And it looks to me like there's somebody there calling, telling them when to throw the ball, right? Or calling out a number. I don't know if they already know the guy they're throwing it to, or if they're calling out a number and they have to find that number and throw the ball. But to me, damn good drills. Get some of these one-on-ones. That ball's coming out hot, bro. Geno's bringing the heat. That's one thing. That the man gets the ball out quick and hot. That's why I was very, very, very damn surprised to see Aiden O'Connell getting the ball out. John Leon, what's good? Anybody else I miss? Yeah. Shout out to the 22 rocking with me in the building. If you could hit them likes. Subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Tickle that notification to turn it on. It likes it. Geno on the rollout. Nice pass to his left. On the sideline, tight roping. Good throw. Good throw. And some of these big men over here, some of the big bodies. We're getting some of that here too here in a bit. Here's Aiden with the quick throws, right? Yeah, so somebody who is that? So the quarterback coach is over there, and it looks like, he's calling when to throw, when not to throw. Damn it, why does this keep coming up? Get into some of these little fake hitches or little flip plays, which we haven't seen much of from the Raiders in a long, long time, right? I can't believe ads are popping up on my shit in the middle of it. Come on, come on, come on. Now, I like these running backs, man. All these running backs look like they have damn good footwork. I was, again, very impressed with Dylan Labe's footwork. He looked like, just as fast as everybody out there. Pretty damn fluid. His jump cut was looking, impressive, looking nasty. There's that guy, Ashton Genty, pounding the hole. Pause if necessary. But yeah, so, little quarterback play. Let me get back to my shiznit. That's all I got. Fucking dumbass. Dumbass. I get it. I'm muted. I get it. I get it. I get it. Now it's gonna lag. Son of a bitch. Alright. I have no idea what I was saying. I was just reading comments, so it doesn't matter. We do run LA. It's been a minute since we won there. But that's still our shit, right? We got a Super Bowl there. The Chargers don't. So until the Chargers win a Super Bowl in LA, can y'all fucking hear me? Just talking out my ass. Had 25 people in the building. And I hit the damn wrong button. Ah, what a joke. What a joke. All right, what else we got? Can't believe in you, Philly. That's crazy. How is it over there? Philly is wild, bro. The Chargers don't belong anywhere but San Diego. They don't even belong in San Diego. And thanks for the 18 still rocking with me through my stupidity. Obviously, whatever scene that is. Hold up. Can you hear me now? All right. I had to make sure that what scene that was, so I didn't click on it again by accident and start flapping my gums that nobody could hear. So appreciate y'all hanging with me. But yeah, man, we do run this shit in LA. Like I said, we got a Super Bowl there. The Chargers don't. So until y'all get one, that's still our shit. And we taking back this division, bro. It's time. It's time. History repeats itself, right? You can only stay down for so long. When you put the pieces that to the puzzle we have in Las Vegas, Pete Carroll, John Spytek, Chip Kelly, you know, hopefully he can become more of a player's coach and than he was in Philly. That was the biggest problem with Chip Kelly, is he wasn't a player's coach, right? He was one of those bossy, you know, arrogant type dudes. But being in college, you know, with these college kids the last couple years, winning a championship, being older, maybe he'll lighten up a little bit. But Chip Kelly's a hard ass, bro. He's never been, you know, he's never been a soft, easy coach to play for. He's never been a player's coach. He wants shit done his way. He demands shit to be done his way. You know, he demands guys to know what the hell they're doing, or they're not going to be out there. So we have shit that's been different for a long time, in my opinion. Unleash wanted me to be a mod. Not sure you saw. Yeah, you want a mod? There you go, Jonah. And there were some problems in here last night, and I don't think those people are back. So they probably watching other channels, but you know, it is what it is. So I'll leave it in the comments. If you do not want a mod for my channel because you do not like Piano Man or anybody else that comes in my channel that I allow in here, and you do not want to see their chats, if you are a mod, I did not know, you could not personally block that person. So nothing against Piano Man. It's just there was a lot of people bitching yesterday, you know, complaining. So if you do not like what Piano Man has to say, unless it's, you know, completely targeting against somebody or disrespect, don't fuck with the kid. Leave him in here. Our man, I guess he's 31 from AZ. So if you are modding, you know, give him a break unless it's wild. But if you don't want to hear his shit talking, or you don't like talking shit back, and you have a wrench and you want to block him, just let me know, bro. I'll take the wrench back. That's all I'm trying to say. Piano Man trying to spit game on the internet. Typical Chargers fan. But she's a Philly fan. Come here to troll the Raiders. Oh, we know why you're here. We know. We know, Piano Man. Piano Man trolls himself. There is no other station for Chargers fans. Man, I had to work today for a little bit longer than I thought. And it's not like I'm brokenhearted or anything. And shout out for the super chat earlier. I don't know if y'all could hear me. So shout out for Unleashing and Jonah for the $1.99 and the $5 holla. I appreciate the hell out of you showing me love. But the Piano Man, wait, what was I saying? Damn it, I forgot. Yeah, so if it's nothing crazy, just let them rock, bro. Just let them talking shit. But if you got a wrench and you don't want to see his shit, just let me know. Like I said, I'll pull the plug on your wrenchness. Fuck it. I never thought about going to a Philly game, but the best tourist site, Philly is wild, bro. Philly is wild. Only Raider fans can hear. Fuck. Am I still muted again? Oh, alright. Cool. Appreciate y'all yelling at me. I have no sound, but damn well I'm way behind in the chat. So it would have took me an hour before. So shout out to my son for being in the chat and let me know that I'm a complete idiot. Mason Evan, what's good? Appreciate you pulling up. First time being here. Rebel, go to sleep. Talking BS. Fucking what? Just want to chill. Ignore the Raiders shit. Geno is Vic. All right. Man, I love you, Raider Paul. But Geno is not Vic, bro. Come on. He is not nowhere near as athletic, as fast, as mobile. And I don't know, towards the end of Vic's year, towards the end, Vic stepped it up in the passing game under Chip Kelly, right? So maybe Geno could be Vic. Maybe he could be. I digress. But like I said, I'm done with that talking shit. We gotta talk about it. Don't talk about it, be about it. So until he cuts down those interceptions, well, I mean, I guess if you throw in his interceptions, he is kind of closer to Michael Vick. This is the Raider Nation Piano Man. Go be a predator on another channel. She's too young. Hopefully there's nobody too young to be hitting on in here. Jonah just looks like a child. He's very, very young. Unleashing addiction. What it do? What it do? You would like to mod too? I mean, you're one of my biggest supporters. I don't know why you're not already. I mean, that's my lagging. Piano Man be chasing woman on a football channel. I was gonna say, like, there's not really. I was gonna make a dumbass comment and say there's not probably too many hot chicks that like football, but lately that would be an asinine statement because everywhere you look, it's women you would never think are into football, talking football, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Bleacher Report, whether it's on ESPN. So yeah, that probably would have been done. 49ers looking good, while the Raiders looking like they got out of a Diddy party. Ah, fuck. After only being worked 3 days in, damn. I mean, I don't know about all that in the Diddy party. Barry, what the hell is your name? McHawkiner? McHawkwiener. Oh, okay. Raiders. What are you gonna do? Unmod the unblock the people my mods block? Like, I think I got plenty of mods in the building. If shit goes astray, I think I got a team to battle for sure. A team of real estate. What battle? Geno is a lock at quarterback? We shall see, my friend. We shall see. Send that money, Piano Man. You can't come here free. Yeah, man. Where's the subscription? Damn, Piano Man. Um, Piano Man. All right, all right. Nothing else in here. 3-time Pro Bowler. Past 3 years, 10-7, 11-6. Seahawks 3 years in a row. Okay. Geno Smith has only had one playoff appearance as a starter in his whole entire career, Raider Paul, and he lost that game. Very, very bad. Very, very bad. Or the team lost the game. It wasn't all on him. Geno, I think, had 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions in that game, if I'm not mistaken. He did go 10-7. I don't remember them being 11-6. I could be wrong. And I don't remember him being a 3-time Pro Bowler. Has Geno ever been in a Pro Bowl? I don't think Geno's ever been in a Pro Bowl. Ever. Pretty sure. Pretty positive. So, what'd y'all think about the tape? Like I said, man, it's a little early. You know me. I gotta have something to talk about. Right? If there's not drama, then shit, what the hell are we here for? I want to see guys compete. And by competing, I mean everybody, not just quarterbacks. So y'all can take it how you want. But we have some damn good running backs on this roster that are some sneaky ass cats that, you know, could surprise some of these fans, also some of these coaches. We have some linebackers that we currently brought in. We brought in Michael Barrett, I believe, from Michigan. So another linebacker, pretty decent in tackling. My only question about Michael Barrett is if he's that good, why isn't he on a Jim Harbaugh team? You know, if you're that good of a linebacker, I would think Jim Harbaugh would have you on his roster. So, you know, it's a chance to play against his old coach in the division. He could probably give us a little pointers, you know, a little help on Jim Harbaugh's offense, how shit works over there, how he thinks. I think that would be a huge pickup, you know, having a guy like Michael Bennett. Yes, it was only in college, or Barrett, however the hell you say his name. Yes, I know it was only in college, but it's a big pickup. Chargers fans need that baby oil. You guys can't even get a Phillies fan. Oh. And the date rape drug. I don't think baby oil is just gonna do it. Y'all gotta be spiking somebody's shit in the Charger world over there. I'm not mad at you. I'm not when I try to help and get yelled at and never get credit. What are you talking about? What are you whining about? What's worse, being rejected by a city of San Diego or being rejected by a Phillies fan? Smoke weed after work, blow smoke while watching good sports shows. Hey, well, appreciate that. Thanks for calling this a good sports show. I mean, Piano Man is in the friend zone. No, I think Candy likes him. I heard her talking. I heard her talking earlier. She was texting me. She likes Charger fans. Oh, I wasn't mad. I was mad at myself for being stupid and my mic not working. But one more thing I want to show, and then I'm gonna get out of here. I didn't want to be on here too long. It's late. Damn, those guys are still going. They rocking the house over there. Um, I got one more video. One more video ho. Yeah, let's get the big dogs popping. Now I was probably gonna show a live because you know I didn't get to edit and all that shit, but let's get the hogs out here. This is what I want to see. The big dogs in the trenches. I was gonna say smacking meat, but that's probably not what I was trying to say. So, yeah, pause on that shit. Pause on that shits. All right, that's what I want. All right, it was already up. I didn't have to do that. Nice, cool. Fuck you. All right. So here we got the big dog daddies, right? Can you see them? All right. So we got number 64. Is Jared Hufford that I was talking about. Looked like a little JPJ to me, right? Pretty solid dude. Looks like he got pretty good mass to him. Um Who's gonna wait? What? Nobody's blocking Furpo. What are you talking about? That's not happening. 72. I don't know who 72 is. I'm looking on my paper. Gottlieb Ayadez. I'm gonna call him AG. Let's just call him AG for short. 67 is Will Putnam. Y'all should know that. Number 78 is Dalton Wagner. Coming up here, you're gonna get a little pancake block. Put somebody in the dirt. Number 70 is Parker Clement. Parker Clement. Just so y'all know who you looking at. Who else is out there? Number 77 is Munford. Y'all should already know that. 65 is Alex Kappa, in case y'all don't know that. Charles Grant is number 60. I did not know that. I was wondering who 60 was. So, Charles Grant is number 60. I don't know how, as a content creator. I didn't know his number. Anyway, we all know Glaze is 71, or we should. Dylan Parham is 66. I don't believe either one of those guys are out there, are they? And JPJ, of course, is 58. So, big dogs putting in work. Nice little get off. Good footwork. Good hands. Oh, and Colton Miller 74, in case you didn't know. And Colton Miller looked very, very impressive, yo. I was very, very excited to see his footwork, how quick he looked, how much healthier he looked compared to last year. Here's the big man right here. This is what I'm talking about. Look at big Cole Miller, number 74. Oh, look at him get behind the run. Woo, he looking quick right there, right? Big man, 6'8". In that footwork. Look at him blocking number 60. Charles Grant. And we got Dahl Wagner right here. Watch this. I think this is the pancake. Pop! Oh! Oh, you like that? You like that? Let me get that one more time. Gotta get that one more time. Gotta get that one more time. I don't know how far back it was. We gonna watch that one more time. We gonna watch that one more time. Oh! Oh, look at 6'8". That's Charles Grant. That's our 5th round pick. Getting put on his back by the UDFA. So the big man working. You know, they doing their thing, man. They doing their thing. So shout out to the big guys. Make sure I'm back on the right screen this time. Y'all could have heard me right through that. If Piano has more pull on this channel than a Raiders fan, then what? Piano Man don't have no pull. What the fuck you talking about? Wait, what? Wait, what? Stop. Wait, who said Piano Man has more pull than a Raider fan? Shout out for the $10 holler. Unleashing addiction. Unleashing the $10 G-spot. What's your social? You don't want to put hers on here. Oh, damn. Y'all making a love connection up in this bitch? The hell? Piano Man hitting on my damn... hitting on my subscribers and shit? This motherfucker. That's what y'all talking about? If a Raider fan gets blocked over Piano Man, that's fucked up. There shouldn't be any Raider fans getting blocked in here ever. Ever. That is a no-no. You bleed silver and black. I mean, unless you're offending other Raider fans in here and they say you gotta go, then maybe I'll think about it. But yeah, ain't no Raider fans getting the boot in this bitch. So I'm not reading up any further, but Furpo ain't going fucking nowhere. Whoever blocks Furpo is getting the boot. Rebel, I just want to show love to the channel and just say keep up the good work. I appreciate you. That means a lot. Unleash just wanted a wrench. That's messed up. Well, they got their wrench. Nah. They're always him, he, she, it. I don't unleashing addiction, whatever you are. I still don't know. But yeah, always in the chat, always showing love, so I appreciate it. Definitely earned the wrench. I'm going to Philly, and if she falls in love, then fucking I'm bringing her over to the crib. What? All right, man. Y'all trying to make a love connection on this bitch. The yerp. Jers, you heard? What's good? What's Gucci with it? Appreciate you popping in. Y'all go show love. Like, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. What's good? What's good? Who blocked anyone? I don't know. I didn't go back that far. No one got blocked, I don't think. Are wrenches being taken over Piano Man? What? Nobody getting taken over that. Where are we at? Where are we at? Haha, welcome. But you didn't send your email. Didn't connect online. He ain't sending his email. You know he's just trolling. His wife's probably laying right next to him in the bed and shit. He probably got kids in the room. Fucking, what you talking about? Piano Man ain't hooking up. He ain't sending nobody no info. What you mean? Your mom was a single mom, so I do my best. Be the best my mom raised me. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Much love to you, my guy. Y'all been grinding over there. Y'all been grinding, Yerp. I see you in the morning. I see you in the evening. I ain't been able to pull up. I ain't got no invites. No, I'm just fucking with you. But yeah, I ain't been able to pull up. But I watch, man. I'm always in there. Showing love. I definitely hitting the like button. Not always, can't always say shit. But I'm still rocking with the channel, bro. I'm still rocking with the channel. You and my guy Nav, man. So yeah, man, what y'all thinking? What you thinking about this offensive line? Does it look better than last year? If you want my opinion, I believe this offensive line looks cold, man. We have some dogs, and it's gonna be a battle. I think it's gonna be a roster battle for the offensive line. I think it's gonna be roster battles in the backfield. You know, at that slot position, the nickel position. Again, we run a lot of cover 3, so we're gonna have, you know, cats in the backfield. Constantly probably running that 4-2-5 that we run an awful lot. So, you know, 5 defensive backs back there. A lot of these cats have speed. A lot of these guys are decent coverage guys, but some of them need to work on their coverage skills. I believe with the guys we have in the building, like a Marcus Robinson, I keep talking about, this man is going to work those corners. He's going to get the best. He's going to put these guys in the best position. They're not going to be surprised about anything they see, any offensive schemes, any movement, you know, before the snap, shit like that. It's not going to phase these guys, I don't think. I think these guys are going to be well prepared, and I believe our corners are going to be better than we think. I've talked about this, you know, for the last couple months. A lot of people say this is our weakness, but I'm telling you, 6'2 guys, 6'3 guys that run 4.3 40s, you don't have to be a blanket, bro. You don't have to be a blanket. All you have to do is stay with your man within a couple steps, because when you're running a 4.3 and your guy, you know, is running a 4.45 or a 4.5 out there at receiver, which a lot of these cats do, it's not hard for these dudes running 4.3s to recover quickly. So, you know, and the biggest point I keep bringing, this defensive line, with or without Christian Wilkins, this defensive line is going to be smash mouth, in your face. Mr. Relevant MC, what's good? What's good? The Raiders are not a poverty franchise. What do you mean? Now, back in the day, we used to be, but you need to hit upgrade and update on your system, my guy, because they are far, far, far from poverty. So, yeah, I believe, you know, we got the cats in the building to take over, to cover. Raiders will be a running back. Raiders will Raiders, a running back in the first round. We'll see, my guy. We'll see. Like I said, come back, talk to me, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. Anytime you want, you are more than welcome to come in here and bring up that cheesy ass tuck rule that nobody in Raider Nation has forgot about. Man, you're not hurting nobody's feelings with that weak ass shit. But come back in here and talk your shit later, because poverty-stricken franchise, garbage take. You don't take a running back in the first round. What about Jahmyr Gibbs? They said the same thing, right? Bijan Robinson, they've said the same thing. How many running backs have taken in the first round and were successful? I believe the rate is higher than quarterbacks. I believe more running backs taken in the first round become successful than quarterbacks taken in the first round. So you don't take a running back in the first round. Why not? He's a generational player. He's the best running back in this draft by far, and maybe the best running back ever in the history of drafts. And it was our biggest need. We had Geno. We beefed up the offensive line. You take the biggest need available, and we also got, some say, the best player in the draft, top 3 easily best player in the draft, and you filled the biggest position need at running back. So I know it's all love, but you got a like for me. Sweet. Cool. But yeah, man, it's not, Ashton Genty's not just some run of the mill luxury pick like everybody seems to think, man. This kid's character, his talent, his speed, his elusiveness, the deceptive speed, right? We don't know what his 40 time is. He didn't run a 40 time. But when I see him out there, I'm like, damn, bro. He looks like he's got that, 4-3, 4-3-1, 4, high 4-3s, maybe 4-4. But the dude is quick, bro. He's quick. He's fast. He's athletic. I believe he's going to be special. So I hope you're wrong. I hope I'm right. But I appreciate you liking, dropping in. How's the channel going? Yerp. Oh, you can read that question. Going pretty good. Thank you for the support. Grateful and don't mind popping in the show. Love. Appreciate it. That cut speed is different. I feel you. Right? That jump cut, the cut speed, the jump cut, the low center gravity, man. I played running back in high school, nothing big, but that was drilled into my head more than anything. And I wasn't, a tall guy, so it wasn't hard. But I think I got, longer legs than my body width, so it was kind of hard running low. But low center gravity is hard to tackle. There's a reason this guy bounces off guys like a bowling ball. For one, he's solid as a rock. But that low center gravity, a lot of these guys on the defensive line, 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", some of these defensive, edge ends, some of the linebackers nowadays are 6'3", 6'4". So a lot of these big dudes have trouble tackling a little man like that. And I think it's in our favor. Dimitri Gregory, I'm totally not here. Okay. How do you feel about Dylan going back to left guard, bro? Dylan Parham? We talking about Dylan Parham? I like Parham at guard. If we're talking about Dylan Parham, I just, if he wins that job, shit, more power to him. I know he's only 285, but the man is athletic. He's freakishly strong for his size. And he was one of our highest rated offensive linemen, the last 3 years. He started 3 years, or he started 2 years, partially 1 year, off and on. And then, a lot not too much last year, but the year before he started a lot. He played in a lot of games. So, he has that. He was hurt is the reason why he lost his job. But then Meredith played his ass off and he didn't relinquish the job. So I really see Meredith keeping that job. I could see Dylan Parham beating Alex Kappa, no problem. But I don't know if he beats out Caleb Rogers. I really think Caleb Rogers has something special. The dude is that quiet assassin. He don't say much. He carries himself, very well, very quiet. So there's going to be a battle. We have competition, man. It's great. And, again, I wouldn't be mad if Parham wins the spot. I thought Dylan Parham for us was better at center. We have a center, so that's not his job. I think at the 285, it helped us with his quickness, his first step. His handwork is pretty good. So I thought he was better at center. We have a backup center in Will Putnam, who, I'm very highly on. So I don't know. I hear the talk of, Parham could possibly be traded. I don't see him getting cut anytime soon. Caleb, I think, is going to play right guard. If he plays right guard, then I can see Meredith taking left guard. Look, Meredith played left and right guard last year. He was graded a 80 PFF grade all season. He was the 5th highest graded offensive lineman last year in the NFL, not just on the Raiders. Jordan Meredith was the 5th highest graded offensive lineman last year at an 80, and he was the highest graded offensive lineman in the run game and in pass blocking. So to me, he's our best offensive guard, bro. Yeah, Putnam is a dog, bro. I like Will Putnam. He's got that anger issue problem. I love that shit. That's an Usher song. Wait, whoa, hold up. That's all right. I don't need to be in that. Rebel did play football in high school. Rebel, you played running back? LOL. I played running back. I played safety. And I played a little bit of Mike linebacker, but I wasn't very good at Mike linebacker because I was just too small. I couldn't get through those big ass linemen. And I wasn't strong enough. I'm only 5'10" now, so you can imagine me in high school. I think I was 5'8", 5'9", probably 5'10", same height. 175, wasn't a really big kid. I'll smack the hell out of you at safety. You give me a running start, shit. Shit. And then I played running back, so I was pretty quick for a white boy, right? I ran a 4.6. I mean, that's not the fastest, but if we're talking 25 years ago, 25 years ago, that was pretty quick, right? There wasn't a lot of guys running, 4.3s, 4.2s back then. I think 4.3 was fast unless you were in the NFL, right? So, yeah, I played a little ball. What else we got? Yeah, Dylan bro, that's where he was at his best as left guard. I think he played, like I said, damn good at center. But he can hold his own at left and right guard. I just think right now we have too many guys that are 300-pound plus that are just as athletic. Now, we didn't have that last year, right? We had Cody Whitehair. Who else did we just release? Anyways, we didn't have a bunch of athletic, guards that can pull, that could fill gaps when they're, have the quickness to pull. If they did, they were late constantly. We seen that a lot last year. Guys constantly whiffing, not getting there in time. Caleb, you think is going to play right guard? I believe so too. Then he played right tackle. He played right tackle, so right guard would be an easier transition. And like I said, I think Meredith could play left. So I believe Meredith is a starter, man. I don't believe he's giving that shit up. You like Meredith, but you don't think he'll beat out Dylan at left guard? He beat out Dylan last year. He took his job before he got hurt. He took the right guard spot. Then they put him at left. Then they put him back at right. So he already beat him out of that job once. I didn't see him. Yeah, I seen him at OTAs. He packed on a little bit of weight. He looks a little bit bigger. And yeah, man, I hope the best man wins. So if it's Dylan Parham, if it's Meredith, but I just don't see, a guy like Dylan Parham, who's had 3 years with the Raiders. I believe this is his 4th year, going into his 4th year. Has played a lot of football and was never graded close to I think his highest grade was a 74. And that was 2 years ago. So, his run blocking and pass blocking grades have never been as high as Jordan Meredith. And Jordan Meredith going into his 3rd year also, I think that's going to be a battle. So, like I said, camp battles, that's another battle to definitely watch out for. And to more competition, the better, man. The more competition, the better. Don't forget to hit those likes. Yeah, appreciate you. So, man, I'm going to get off here. It's been, I don't know how long, off and on, but just want to come in here, touch base, show y'all some love. Appreciate y'all showing love to me. Wait, what is this settings button? Hold up. Chat filter, top messages, all messages, fan funding. Oh, what did I do? All messages. There we go. Woo! Sweet. Just subscribe. Anthony Lee, what's good? Appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Appreciate y'all rocking with me. Hit that like button on the way out if you haven't already. If you pick what I'm putting up, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, if you like what you see, if you like this content, make sure you tickle that notification button to turn it on. Believe me, it likes it. We all like being turned on, right? So much love with that. Appreciate y'all. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna try to go a little bit earlier in the daytime, see if that works. Get a new crowd, help some more people. If my people that usually aren't in here in the daytime, I might hop back on at night. So again, got to get this shit pumping. There's a lot to talk about. A lot of footage to put out. So I wanted to go over some of the press conference. Didn't get to it tonight, so we'll break it down tomorrow. Again, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Raiders. Peace, my nation.